Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to our round 2 battle for the 7th and 8th grade level of Battle of the Books. So our 4 teams up here have already proven that they've been working really hard all year because they are advancing from our round 1. So round 1 we had more teams all competing, answering questions about these 8 books that these guys have read all year, and you're looking at the 4 highest scoring teams from that first round. So for today, these 4 teams compete for first the title of the building winner at CMS, and then also the top scoring team today moves on to the next round, which is the regional battle. So the regional battle is hosted by OCM BOCES, and that means that there are school districts all over central New York who participate. They've been reading the same books all year, they've been practicing the same things. So there's a bunch of other school districts that will send their highest scoring team to compete, and our team will go against them for the regional battle. So that's what today's battle. Awesome job, and we'll see who is victorious today for the top spot in our building. So I'm just going to go over a couple rules. These will be familiar to you guys since you did round 1, but we'll make sure the audience knows the rules. And then also there is one kind of new thing that we didn't do in round 1. So first, every team has a writer and a speaker. Teams, you've already determined those jobs, right? Awesome. So the writer and the speaker must remain the same person throughout the whole battle. So the writer will put the answers on the paper and the speaker will splice. I can't give any definitions or any further explanations. I just read the question 2 times, and then it's up to you guys to discuss which book you think is the answer. You have 30 seconds to discuss and write down the full answer, so title and author. You can get partial credit, so if you just put the title, you could still get 5 points. The author would also be 5 points for a potential 10 points for every question. Titles can be written in keywords as long as it's clear which book you're talking about. And you still have to use the full title when you're giving the verbal answer, right? So you can shorten the answer on your paper for the sake of time as long as it's clear which book you are referring to. And Ms. Spade here is going to help me just kind of keep track of that, make sure that what's written on the papers matches the book or the author that you guys say out loud, okay? And then just remember that your speaker has to still give that full title, full author name, first and last name to get your full points for that round, okay? and that's the same as it was for round 1. Here is the new part for round 2. So for some of you, this is brand new. Each team is allowed one challenge today if you choose to do a challenge. So that means if you gave an answer that does not match my official answer, but you feel really confident that your answer is also correct, you can raise your hand and state you would like to use your challenge. The challenging team has 1 minute to look through the book from their answer and find the exact page that proves their answer is correct. The recorder will write down the page number, and when time is up, the speaker will read the text that proves their challenge is correct. The judge, which is me, will determine if the challenge is accepted and if points will be awarded. Okay? So everyone has the option to use one challenge. You don't have to, but if you give an answer that I say is incorrect and you really feel like, no, I can prove that this question also matches my answer, you can use your challenge. Any questions about that? The only exception we have to make, we can't do any challenges on the book Warcross because we don't have any copies for you guys to look at today. So that's the only one that can't do challenges on Warcross. But all the other books, we have copies that we'll grab and bring to a team if they do a challenge. And you'll have that minute to look and see if you find a page to point your answer to. The only thing to think about is that we do have to make sure we're finished with our battle by no later than 2:12. So if time becomes a concern, then I will announce at that time that challenges are no longer accepted so we can get through all of our 16 questions. So just keep in mind it might be better to use a challenge earlier if you think of doing one, because there could be a time later on we have to cut it off because of time. All right, any questions from anyone before we begin? So I did review, but just one more time. Speakers, make sure when it's your turn, I'll call on your team and you turn on your microphone to give your answer and then turn it back off after so that we don't hear your discussions in between questions and all that, okay? So I'll call on each team for the answer and then I will provide the correct answer after all the teams have gone. So we'll do a quick just little intro of our teams here who we have today. So at this end, as you can see by their bright yellow, we have Bananas for Books Return. Welcome back, Bananas for Books. And then at the next table, we have the Book Breathing Dragons. And then another lovely yellow shirt, we have the Excellent Readers. And then another returning team, Revenge of the Book Snakes. Are all teams ready for question number 1? Okay. Question number 1. In which book does one character speak both English and Spanish? In which book does one character speak both English and Spanish? Seconds. And time's up. Pencils down, everybody. All right, so remember, whatever's written on the paper is the answer you'll give me when I'm calling you. So we're going to start over with Bananas for Books Return. Can you please give your answer for question number 1?
Do I turn the microphone on?
Turn your microphone on for your answer. Yep, little button on the side.
City Spies by James Ponti.
Thank you, and let's go to Book Breathing Dragons. Answer for number 1.
House Arrest by K.A. Holt.
Excellent Readers.
2 Degrees Alan Gratz.
And Revenge of the Book Snakes.
We said City Spies by James Ponti.
Thank you very much, teams. All right, our answer for question 1 is 2 Degrees by Alan Gratz. So points go to Excellent Readers for question number 1. Nice job, guys. Question number 2. In which book do they perfectly execute a French drop? In which book do they perfectly execute a French drop? 10 seconds left. And time's up, pencils down, everybody. Okay, this time we're going to start with the book Breathing Dragons. Can you please share your answer for question number 2?
City Spies by James Ponti.
Excellent readers.
City Spies, James Ponti.
Books names.
City Spies by James Ponti.
And bananas.
City Spies by James Ponti.
All right, thank you, teams. And our answer for question number 2 is City Spies by James Ponti. Full points for all teams there. Nice job, guys. Question number 3. In which book is the adventure foretold in prophecies? In which book is the adventure foretold in prophecies? Ten seconds. And time's up. Pencils down, everybody. Okay. So for number 3, we're going to start with the excellent readers. Can you please share your answer?
The Hobbit, J.R.R. Tolkien.
Okay. Revenge of Books names.
The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien.
Bananas for books.
The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien.
And the book Breathing Dragons.
The Hobbit, J.R.R. Tolkien.
All right. And our correct answer is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Nice job. Full points for everybody. Question 4. In which book does someone share a secret burden about a kidnapped sibling? In which book does someone share a secret burden about a kidnapped sibling? Ten seconds. And time's up. Pencils down, everybody. Okay, so question number 4, we're going to start with the book snakes. Can you share your answer, please?
2 Degrees by Alan Grant.
All right, bananas.
Warcross by Marie Lu.
Book Reading Dragons.
Warcross by Marie Lu.
And the excellent readers.
Warcross, Marie Lu.
Okay, and our correct answer is Warcross by Marie Lu. Question number 5. In which book does a character realize that their town's landmarks are all ruins of Western civilization? In which book does a character realize that their town's landmarks are all ruins of Western civilization? Ten seconds. And time's up. Pencils down. Okay, we're going to go back over to the bananas to start us off. So question number 5, please share your answer.
2 Degrees by Alan Gratz.
Book Reading Dragons.
Nimona by N.D. Stevenson.
Excellent readers.
2 Degrees, Alan Gratz.
And Revenge of Book Snakes.
Warcross, and we didn't have time to write down the author.
All right, thank you. Okay, so our answer for number 5 is 2 Degrees by Alan Gratz. Question number 6. In which book does someone use a shower curtain as a crutch? Ten seconds. All right, time's up. So for number number 6, we'll go over to the book Breathing Dragons. Please share your answer for number 6.
Alone by Megan E. Freeman.
And excellent readers.
Alone, Megan E. Freeman.
Revenge of Book Snakes.
Alone by Megan E. Freeman.
Bananas for Books Return.
Alone by Megan E. Freeman.
Okay, thank you, teams. Our correct answer is Alone by Megan E. Freeman. Nice job, everybody. I'll just do a quick score check-in over here. So right now, the standings are Revenge of Book Snakes with 30 points, Book Breathing Dragons with 40 points, Bananas for Books Return with 50 points, and Excellent Readers with 60 points. So everyone's only 10 points away from somebody. It's pretty close, and many questions to go. Number 7. In which book is a character called a traitor? In which book is a character called a traitor? Ten seconds. And time is up. Pencils down, everyone. Okay, so we're on question number 7. We're going to start with the excellent readers. Please share your answer.
Nimona N.D. Stevenson.
Books names.
Impossible Escape by Steve Shanken.
Bananas for Books Return.
Warcross by Marie Lu.
And Book Breathing Dragons.
Warcross by Marie Lu.
All right, our correct answer for number 7 is Nimona by N.D. Stevenson. Excellent readers, nice job. I'll just remind you, everyone does still have a challenge on the table, so if you ever want to use it, it's there. Question number 8. In which book does a character throw a plant against the wall? In which book does a character throw a plant against the wall? Ten seconds. And time's up. All right, so we are on question number 8. So we'll start with the book snakes. Your answer, please.
House Arrest by K.A. Holt.
All right, Bananas for Books.
House Arrest by K.A. Holt.
Book Breathing Dragons.
House Arrest by K.A. Holt.
And Excellent Readers.
House Arrest K.A. Holt.
Okay, and our answer is House Arrest by K.A. Holt. Nice job, everyone. So we are at the halfway point of our 16 questions, so another quick score check-in right now. Revenge of Book Snakes with 40 points. Book Breathing Dragons with 50 points. Bananas for Books Return with 60 points. And Excellent Readers with 80 points so far. Nice job, everybody. So we're about halfway through. Game could still go in any direction so far, so keep up the good work, everybody. We're on question number 9. In which book is hair used to make industrial thread? In which book is hair used to make industrial thread? And time's up. Pencils down, everybody. So we will go back to Bananas for Books Return. Your answer for number 9.
Impossible Escape by Steve Shinken.
Book Breathing Dragons.
Impossible Escape by Steve Shanken.
Excellent Readers.
Impossible Escape, Steve Shanken.
Book Snakes.
Warcross by Marie Lu.
Thank you. All right, our answer for number 9 is Impossible Escape by Steve Shanken. Question 10. In which book does someone hide in a bathtub? In which book does someone hide in a bathtub? Ten seconds. And time is up. Pencils down, everybody. Okay, so for question number 10, let's go to the book Breathing Dragons. Your answer, please.
Alone by Megan E. Freeman.
Excellent readers.
2 degrees, we couldn't get the offer down.
Okay, books names.
Alone by Megan E. Freeman.
Megan E. Freeman.
All right, and our answer for number 10 is Alone by Megan E. Freeman. In which book are contact lenses shipped around the world? In which book are contact lenses shipped around the world? Ten seconds. And time's up, pencils down. All right, I believe we're on the 11. Your answer, please.
Warcross, Marie Lou.
Books names.
Warcross by Marie Lou.
Bananas for Books.
Warcross by Marie Lou.
And Book Breathing Dragons.
Warcross by Marie Lou.
And our answer is Warcross by Marie Lou. Nice job, everybody. Question 12. In which book is sardines as a pizza topping discussed more than once? In which book is sardines as a pizza topping discussed more than once? Ten seconds left. And time is up. Pencils down, everybody. All right, so we are back to the books names to start us off. Can you give us your answer for question 12?
City Spies by James Pond.
All right, Bananas for Books.
Nimona by N.D. Stevenson.
Book Breathing Dragons.
Nimona by N.D. Stevenson.
Excellent readers.
House Arrest, K.A. Holt.
All right, that was everybody, right? Okay, our answer for 12 is Nimona, N.D. Stevenson. Oh, we currently have a tie. So right now, Bananas for Books Return has 100 points, as do Excellent Readers. And then we have Book Breathing Dragons with 90, Revenge of Booksnakes with 60. But we still have more questions to go. Number 13. In which book does a birthday signify the end of childhood? In which book does a birthday signify the end of childhood? Ten seconds. Time's up, pencils down. Okay, are we back to the bananas to start? Okay, great. So we are on question 13, Bananas for Books Return. Your answer, please.
Alone by Megan E. Freeman.
Book Breathing Dragons.
City Spies by James Ponti.
Excellent Readers.
Alone, Megan E. Freeman.
And Book Snakes.
Warcross by Marie Lou.
All right, our answer for 13 is Alone by Megan E. Freeman. We still have Bananas and Excellent Readers in a tie. Question 14. In which book does our hero receive a suit upgrade to level the playing field? In which book does our hero receive a suit upgrade? Ten seconds. Time's up. Pencils down, everybody. All right, for number 14, we'll go to the book Breathing Dragons.
Impossible Escape by Steve Shankin.
Excellent readers.
Warcross, Marie Lou.
Revenge of the Book Snakes.
Nimona, N.D. Stevenson.
And Bananas for Books Return.
Nimona by N.D. Stevenson.
All right, and our answer for number 14 is Nimona by N.D. Stevenson. We have 2 more questions to go, unless we have to go into a tiebreaker. 2 more to go. So we're on question number 15. In which book does a character have a cousin named Radagast? In which book does a character have a cousin named Radagast? Ten seconds. And time's up. Pencils down. Okay, so we're on number 15. Are we starting with excellent readers this time? I think. Am I keeping track right? Okay, we'll go with you guys. So for number 15, excellent readers, can you give your answer?
The Hobbit, J.R.R. Tolkien.
All right, Revenge of Book Snakes
Impossible Escape by Steve Shankin.
and Book Breathing Dragons.
The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien.
All right, and our correct answer is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. We are once again at a tie with the Bananas and the Excellent Readers at 120 points. So suspenseful, you guys. So, this question could maybe decide our winner, or if we're going into the tie. The character receive their own room for the first time. In which book does a character receive their own room for the first time? Ten seconds left. All right, time's up. Pencils down, everybody. All right, so for potentially our final question, we're going to go over to the book Snakes. Your answer for number 16, please.
City Spies by James Ponti.
Bananas for Books Return.
City Spies by James Ponti.
Book Breathing Dragons.
Cities.
Excellent readers.
Alone, Megan E. Freeman.
All right. Our answer for number 16 is City Spies by James Ponti. All right, so that is Revenge of Book Snakes with 90 points. Nice job, boys. Book Breathing Dragons with 110 points. And then, so close, we have in second place Excellent Readers with 120 points. And then our champions of the building, Bananas for Books Return, 130 points. All right, so that was a great battle. You all did a really great job. It was very close, especially with our 2 yellow shirt teams there. But everyone did a really great job. And I want to say thank you again for you guys coming to support Battle of the Books. You should be really proud of them for sticking it out all year with this club. There are, some teams sign up and they end up